bright and sunny or a rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. K Rene, K Rene, K Rene, K Rene, K Rene.
Good evening. How are we doing out there in the YouTube land? What's going on? I'm your girl, K Renee, and welcome back to a new episode of K Renee Conversations After Dark. Now, it's the daylight savings. We don't really get the whole, darkness right now because it's still light outside, but I do what I can. But it's Mother's Day weekend, and I just wanted to make sure that I blessed you guys with the episode. Now, listen, Thursday night, I could not. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I am tired. Not that I feel tired now, but I was tired and I've been working and day and night and back in the whole swing of everything. So if you again are new to the show, I want you to make sure that you go down and that you definitely subscribe. Like, subscribe to the channel, be a part of the community over here. I have so many different things within content, topics, discussions. I break down crystals, other things in the nature of this show. This is for the grown women, the big girls doing big things out here. And, not ashamed of, sometimes just making sure that they good before anybody else. And that's what life is about. You got to live your life to the fullest, do your thing, and make you happy, okay? So again, I am here with a new episode. I'm not going to keep you guys that long. I like to say that as my disclaimer. I'm not going to keep you that long. But I did want to definitely get over here and, get into the topic and, just basically discuss, my next one. Now, I did tease the last episode. If you missed the last episode, make sure that you go and check it out. Okay. Talked about as far as, relationships versus situationships, like what's really happening in the world of dating. Really still the same shit. Okay. The people that are mature, older, they're like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. And it's like, I don't think you are. So, you got to weigh out your options, ladies, situationships versus relationships. And when people are serious about you and you're dating and you're with somebody, it's been a nice amount of time and all of that. And I think for the majority for women, especially old school women, because I'm old school, we're looking for, again, making sure we know we're valued. We are appreciated. You have a deep like for us. And, hopefully soon within, if things continue to go well as to where they are, we can meet your parents or your mama or your daddy or your children and vice versa, because it's a two-way street. It's not just, we're looking for that one person to take the lead. We have to do our big one out here too, ladies, and, step up. And I know we've been stepping up for a long time. I know we've been doing it for a very long time. It hasn't changed. Nothing is going to really kind of lift within, but at least taking the initiative and speaking your truth. What is it that you want, and letting people know honestly what you're looking for. I think, would you stop my applause? Okay, you better hit it. I'm gonna try to shorten me up on my applause. Don't do that over here. But anyway, thank you for joining me this evening. I'm glad you all are here. And yes, the conversation is open. So if you want to drop any comments, chat with me, you surely can. I will be not answering. Well, I am going to answer your questions, but I'm going to be asking and just throwing some things out there. So if you will, hopefully you have your little drink. I have like a minimal amount of wine left, but it's okay, because there's other things I'll do later and lift my spirits on the alternative of the little bit of wine that I have. But I have something. So let's get into it, shall we? We should. Now, again, like I said, if you missed the last episode, I talked about situationships versus relationships. What basically, fancies your tickle. I like to do things a little bit different. And yes, I did say that completely backwards, but it's all good, because the emotions, what are you thriving from? You know what I mean? So if we can, let's get it. Ooh. Let's get it. The police are out here, you guys. And that train is here as well. So we blowing. Yeah, we're gonna do this tonight. So listen, again, the segment celibacy, maybe I don't need no more wine. Celibacy versus the sneaky links. Now, here's the situation. We're getting honest, okay? You have to be honest. Celibacy versus sneaky links, all right? Are we healing or just finding better distractions? Now, as I did mention, as we are getting older, women, our sex drive is higher, for the majority, I think. And there's things that, of course, that sometimes takes you out of the element. But for the most part, if you crave, thrive, strive, you're going to achieve what you need. But honestly, am I talking to you? Like, is this your thing? Is it healing or just are we on pause? Celibacy is intentional. It's not accidental. It's something you definitely prep and you plan for. You are wanting to no longer, keep the cookie jar open. You are basically closing up the snacks. You don't want anybody taking snacks off of you. You don't want to distribute. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like maybe it's the fact of you're putting yourself in a disciplinary situation. Maybe you've had too many issues and situations where versus the sneaky links that were kind of doing its thing for you, maybe it got a little out of hand. Maybe you started feeling a little bit different about yourself because you felt like this is not really the level that I really want to put myself into. And I get it because of the fact that, you want to have someone, I think, honestly, for the majority of everybody, you want somebody that's out here that you can be with and share time with and all those good things. You know what I mean? And I think for the most part, it's just trying to make sure that you got the right person that you can share that energy with. But sometimes it's not really the investment that's good for you.
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. See?
Now, so, when you're entertaining people, and this energy is still counting because you're giving away what could be actually distributed and invested in somebody else, which makes it to the point of where you really just want the relationship. But again, let's go back. You're dealing with these dry spells and you need someone to pretty much satisfy you. And so therefore you find the sneaky link. Now, sneaky links, they ranging in all different ages, all different shapes, all different sizes, because it's temporary. It's like, in a sense, an escort, but not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Not more on the professional level. It's just somebody that's, just passing within the time. Some people have several numbers where they can definitely invest in a few different sneaky links, but what comes with the territory when it's dealing with sneaky links. And then another thing, you got to be really careful because of safety being an issue. So don't be thinking to get lazy and very lax with the sneaky link, and you're inviting them to your house, like that's a big no. You don't want to do that. So you have to find also a mutual place within mutual grounds. But one thing is for certain: when you are celibate, it's within reason. It's because of the fact you don't want to give energy. Now, if you do understand honestly how sex works, and I'm sure we all should know that by now at this age, you are exchanging your energy back and forth. And not knowing what's going on with that other person, you are pulling in their energy and it's coming within to you, within, your body, your emotions, your spirit. It's all within your temple, ladies. And these are the things that you're trying to not really bring, especially when it's negative. Then you have to do the soaks and the salt baths, and you have to cleanse yourself in Lake Minnetonka, and you have to get rid of the energy. And so this is another reason why you have to be very careful, because when they leave that energy, certain energy is just not good for you. It messes up your aura. It messes up within your personality of how you feel and how you give love and how you actually took time to find peace. So some women are not a fan of the toys. They're not a fan of the rose. They don't want the vibrator. They don't want the fake. They want something real. And it's like every now and again, you might want a soda. You're not a soda drinker like that anymore, but you're like, I want a Coke, and it's the same. So learn your body without rushing to replace intimacy, especially if you're going to take a pause for the cause, then make sure it's worthwhile. Make sure you're investing to know who you are. Maybe you have to reestablish yourself. Maybe you have to find within your happy places again. And being that if you haven't been in a relationship for a while, and then let's say you find this sneaky link, sometimes women find it to be entertaining and it's an adrenaline rush because of the fact that nobody knows about it. Sometimes women are having sneaky links with someone else's husband, wife. We don't discriminate. Come on, check the flag. We don't discriminate. So, whatever, within your fancy, you feeling though that you're getting away with something, but then later you feel bad about it. And then again, some sneaky links are just ones that, you just kind of keep within the pocket. And you letting people in. So you got to cut off that late night, like what you doing energy, because when someone asks you what you doing, oh, and I hate the abbreviation of WYD. Like, we just don't have time to spell things out or just really have a conversation. And I feel like, honestly, I really need to live within my example, because I really want to do like the 3 text minimum, and I had said many moons back, I'm done with texting. I'm really more so for communication. But then I fell back into this text level of things. And I think maybe because I'm busy. But anyway, that has nothing to do with shit that we're talking about. So as I was saying, cut it off so that that you can leave your alternate or your optional person off within a boundary. Like, don't let that be a way of where it becomes the normalcy between the two of you, especially if you want something more. Or if you're tired of the same, then take a break, lock it up. Another thing is, fulfillment doesn't have to come from someone else. Also, within the fact that if you really took the time that okay, you're not a toy person, you aren't a vibrator person, what about your fingers? What about your touch? What about your hands? And you'd be surprised how you will find a way of going down a whole different path to actually find a different you, especially for when it comes into the game of pleasure. And don't be afraid. If you're afraid to touch yourself, you're afraid to look at yourself in the mirror naked, you're an insecure person and you're uncomfortable. If you can't be like within your own company to see your body, to appreciate your body, then you really need to maybe retune this up here. There's something is off. It's not clicking the you need to be. And that could also be the point of where you are bringing yourself to a point of celibacy because you are insecure about what you look like. You know, and that's one thing that is mental and it has to be dealt with, and you should deal with that head on. Just asking if anybody's out there listening. I do have a few people out there I see that's tuned in. So thank you. Good evening. Are you choosing celibacy or is it choosing you? That is a question I wanted to ask, you know, because as I just said in the example, it could be something that's more on a deeper level. And can you go without intimacy and still feel good about everything within your life? And a lot of people can. Think about the older married couples, okay? Let's put them on blast for a second. They've been married maybe over 20 something years or whatever, and or longer, and that's very rare to find people that's out there that's still doing the longevity work of the words that they said of their vows. But they tend to cancel sex out as they get older because that is either a multiple amount of different things. Maybe plumbing just don't work like it used to. They've found enjoyment more so to know like we over that. You know, we have other ways of being intimate with each other. A little touch here and there it's satisfying enough for them. And then you can take another flip of a married couple who, again, you know, they kind of still new within it several years or whatever, just not the longevity like 30 or whatever. And they are growing old together. And it scares men, vice versa, women, when we go through these changes and perimenopause and menopause and, you know, emotions and hormones start changing. And we're not that girl we used to be when they met us and who they married. But are they all right in understanding that this is life and this is going to happen? And do they still find you attractive enough to still be cool enough with the sexual encounters and, you know, all of the good things behind that? Not more so on just the intimacy level of sharing space and energy and conversation and touch, etc. Within the same as far as and they get a little insecure within the fact, you know, things start to drop. They don't get aroused as they used to, like they used to, can't stay as long as they used to when they were younger. You know, things start to affect their body. Could be sugar, high blood pressure, cholesterol, number of things. And then sometimes men, which in certain relationships, why they step out is because they can't deal with their wife that is going through those changes and getting older. And the same within longevity relationships, not even just marriages, but relationships that you've been with somebody for so many years or whatever. You all have an understanding, like, we're not trying to do this married thing and we're going to stay there. But then you start acting different, pulling away, and then you're wanting to not really be in the relationship. Why? Because you are getting older and your body is changing, vice versa. So then you step away, you cut yourself off, and you're like, I'm celibate. I don't want shit. I don't want nobody looking at me. I don't want nobody. So think about that. Sneaky links. Convenience versus connection. In the comments, what is going on? Listen, I feel I always got to say name. Hey, Miss Wilson. You know, and it ain't even like Miss Jackson, but I love you, and you know that. Okay, older married women here, year 28. Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me start over. Older woman married here. Okay, year 28, and intimacy is still extremely important, as well as self-pleasure. Knowing yourself and embracing every stage in this life has been key for continued comfort. Say that. Yes, it is. And those are the women like you, honey, I commend, as well as also my good girlfriend, best friend in Seattle, the Cupcake. Y'all know her from the Shells and Cheese podcast. And, you know, she's been married for, I think, roughly about the same amount of years that you have been, close within to that. And it, as I hear, it is still important. It really is. And I think that's also why a lot of older couples and older relationships, they make it and continue to keep growing because they have that understanding. It's understood. It's a language that's understood. It doesn't have to be spoken. Thank you for that. So the familiarity feels safe. Okay. It is. You know this person. They know you. Y'all want to be fake on the outs. Y'all don't want to talk. Leave me alone. Still, it's still the convenience that you know, and they know that at any given moment, all you got to do is send a text. All you got to do is make a phone call. They're there. You're there. It works. We are here. We're in it to win it. And it's only temporary. And then therefore, after that, you then start think like, why did I do this? This just took away time. And then the fact that sometimes it's a hit and miss, even though it's familiar, but sometimes it's off. And you don't get what you thought you were going to achieve through this process, and you just lost out because it wasn't worth your time. Easy access, meaning it's hard to grow. If it's easy, that means you already sold yourself short. That means you already decided to stay stagnant. If it's easy access, how are you going to grow? You already know this ain't even what you need to be. This ain't even what you want. This ain't even the person that's actually for you. This is not your person. But if you keep letting the easy access come, which you all just continue to keep linking up, and again, I said this in my last show, it just stays there. It's not going to have any growth. You can't grow. If you don't cut it off, if you stay right there, and you see how time is moving fast, years and went and passed you by, and you're still here. And then you're going to be mad because you've only gotten older to the point you're going to be questioning, how did I not find my person? Because you kept the sneaky link open and then you decided you would stay stagnant. You decided you didn't want to grow and you didn't take a chance in faith to step out and be like, they're still out there. That's when you flip back to knowing, okay, can I still be happy without actual physical touch, sexual encounters, interactions? If I could actually pleasure myself, I could be fine because I'm still out here with hope, you know? And if you've been already doing that for as long as you've been doing it, then I don't understand how you have that game up. Ooh, I'm just saying, like, you should be on level 4. I mean, you know, don't confuse chemistry with compatibility. Everybody can get hot. You can go have several drinks and that dude or that lady down the other side or whoever, you just bypass and dismiss so many flags on them, even within the fact of attraction, because your mental judgment and everything is all screwed up. That's the first thing that's affected up here. Now everybody's hot. She's hot. He's hot. I like them. See though, yeah, because the drinks are in and your mind is going. You're on cartoon land. Sneaky link potential. Not even the person that should even be on your radar. It's a chemistry you found quickly. That's how people go to settings like that by themselves. They're on a hunt. They're on a prowl. I'm just saying, it's an agenda. It's already written. It's already premeditated. And then you find this little history with this person, which is just for the moment, which is just enough to unlock your drawers. And here we are. You can add them in or whatever. Honestly, some women like to thrive this way. So listen, no hate. Do you, mama, because I want you to. I want you to be happy. That's the whole purpose out here in this crazy ass life that we're in right now, world, etc. which we don't even have to discuss because I don't want to. That's not the energy over here for my show. But do you to fullest if that's what helps you to thrive. And it makes it simple. Like I said, we ain't saying it's right, wrong here. I want you to know that you can have a choice of how do you want to carry it. But yes, it's hard to grow. You're gonna stay stuck. You'll be right there. Time will pass, and that's it. So not confusing the chemistry of compatibility, because you have to also look to see, well, have we talked since that interaction, at Motel 6? I don't even, did they, wait, nobody text each, I don't even have the number. I don't know. See, then therefore you done messed up already. So, compatibility. Sometimes things happen in the sign for reasons because it's not supposed to be where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be there. This is not supposed to happen. This ain't supposed to go no further. But you have to open your eyes to signs to see. It's so much shit going on right now out here with sicknesses and illnesses and STDs and new situations where we might be in the house for the pandemic. You also just keep having too many sneaky links either. This ain't the same world. It evolves, but it don't evolve to where we needed to be, like on a good level. So keep on honest there, and you don't want to be on some temporary chemistry that you forgot to keep yourself safe also. That's why they always say never drink alone, because when you get in thoughts or you have some emotions and feelings, every action will have a reaction, and it's maybe something that you're really not looking for to have. Set your rules. No feelings, no overacting. You have your baseline right there. That's all you need to remember. No feelings, keep them out. This is pretend. You can pretend whoever you looking at the crush of your life. That is celebrity crush. That's the artist. That's the one that be in your head. Even if you self-pleasure yourself, that's them. Yep. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Don't let them take you down and take your soul out. Because if you look in their eyes, you are messed up. You done messed up. So keep your eyes closed. Lock your soul up. No things. No overtexting. Keep it shit simple, light, sweet. Hey, what's up? And don't even make the first, hey, what's up? Let them do the, hey, what's up? Because when they do the hey, what's up first, you did a good thing. Because if nobody hey, what's up you first, oh God, oh, what the hey, what's up? Ooh, they went down the street on that. They ain't even. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if it's not a hey, what's up first. You will not be snuck in again, okay? They won't link you up again. There's no more links. No more links. No more links. Another thing is know your emotional limits, because things get to a point, they feel really good at the time. You're emotionally wrapped up. You done fell into a rabbit hole of emotions and feelings. You done fell in love. A friend of mine told me, and I remember clearly 2 years ago, we were out and about, and she, single. And she was like, you know what the problem is? And I was like, I have no idea. She said, I fall in love too fast with people. And I'm like, how? She said, it's through sex. I'm like, you don't turn the car off? Like, you can't. This is why it's not working for you. Okay. Have you just doubled back, and just because it was easy? You know what I mean? Like, you was like, you know what? I really keep this casual? Or are you really starting to have feelings for the sneaky link? that you weren't even supposed to be involving in the first place. They were sneaky link because y'all are sneak fucking around, and that's what it is. That's it. There's no social media post, display. We took pictures. I didn't share them with shit. I didn't post them anywhere. I don't even have them anymore. Sneaky. Out the back door, fly by night. You got to understand here where to cut this off. Don't get too wrapped up. Standards go up with experience. Your standards, they're going to go up within the experience. You won't stay baseline. Random doesn't hit the same anymore. It doesn't. It's whack for the majority. If you already know the dating pool is shitty, why would you think a sneaky link would be any better within the fact? That's whack. And it's really baseline. So you playing lottery right now. You're getting a scratch off. You don't even know if you're going to win. And the chemistry that you keep developing, it's going to keep you stuck, where you won't grow because you decide to stay stagnant with the sneaky link that we ain't and shouldn't continue to keep sneaking around with. I'm not speaking of myself personally, but you know what I mean. I'm speaking outside for every other woman that, again, knowing this is where you are. Am I talking to you? Maybe you starting to juggle things around, and it's Mother's Day tomorrow. And you might be a single mom. And you're like, yeah, I can buy myself flowers and candy and all those good things and treat myself because that's what you do all the time. But you're like, I'm missing something, dessert. I need to be hit off. Did the sneaky link get you a card? Are they in the same boat as you? Speak up about what you like. Also, if we're going to sneak around and be sneaky, be vocal, sneak up about what you like. Take your time and don't rush the intimacy. Within knowing your body and getting to know the body, these are key core points here. They go up with experience as your standards. But again, the random's not hitting the same. And the older you get, the more you don't have patience for a lot of just stupid shit. You don't. You cut things off quick. Foreplay starts with energy, not touch. And some women want the energy. They want to reciprocate it. They want it back and to give it to you. And so therefore, that's where the ground should start. If you're just jumping right in, you missed it. You passed it. You went past go. You didn't get your $200. You didn't collect. The foreplay starts with energy. What's being exchanged? It's not touch. And you need to get the, energy first, because you don't get that energy first. You don't want that touch. Not from them. Be present though, but not performative. Do you say what you like, or you just go with it? You let people just do what the fuck they want to do. Do you actually speak up? That's the thing. Some women don't. They just stay and let somebody else take the lead. And that's another thing within the fact that you don't want to leave this world and not have had the chance and the ability to know who you are and who you were. Again, ever stayed because the chemistry was that good. Every time there's a session, there's something new at the box office. Last week, you were hanging by the ceiling fan and the blades were spinning around. This week, you're up against the corner pocket in the shower on the wall. You didn't know you could get up there, but you're Spider-Man today. Is it that good? Because again, like I said, we ain't hating in the dancery over here. I want you to do you. I want you to be happy within your choices. But every urge doesn't need action. If you're going to keep yourself celibate, then have the self-control to be that. Every urge doesn't need an action. Just like we don't all need to eat that piece of cake. Yeah, we want that, but what about the sugar? What about the diabetes? What about the calories? What about the extra weight? See, you going through within to weigh within the pros and cons of this situation. Like I said, this might not be where you want to be. So it might be peace is greater than temporary satisfaction. After you break it all down and choose what actually best suits you, I would take the goddamn peace over anything. I'd rather the peace. Because the peace is what it took a long time for me to basically get to establish for myself. So again, think about it. What do you need? Know your triggers. Lonely? Are you bored? Or is it nostalgic? Because that's the ones that continue to stay in the sneaky link range. It's the nostalgic one. It's the nostalgic ones. The nostalgia hits. And you're like, ooh, I remember when that relationship was everything. Don't clap for that shit. Yeah, leave them in the past. That's where you left them, in the past. Leave them where they were. Don't go down memory lane. And when you're lonely, you need to go put together a puzzle or something. Maybe you need to go and take a walk. Go get on your bike. Ride around. Get and clear your head. Get some air. You're bored? Go find something to do. Find a hobby. Redirect your energy. Go work out. There you go. Go work out. Go get creative. Go paint a picture. Do sip and paint at home by yourself. You could do that. Get real creative. Avoid tempting situations. Avoid them. Don't be like, I'm going to put my sexy shit on and I'm going outside and I'm going to become a vampire today. No, you're not. No, you're going to find a series on somebody's channel and you're going to work it out. Protect your boundaries, ladies. Like your peace depends on it. And it does. It took too long to get here. Lots of bad relationships, trials and errors, having to found boundaries, having to have therapy, having to just basically recreate, redirect. One person, or if you have two, can ruin and mess up everything within what you've put together for yourself. What's harder, the discipline or the consistency? Staying consistent. If you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Keep doing it and it gets better every 21 days. Within, it continues to increase. It continues to grow. It continues to stay and get stronger. That's why it takes a lot of people a long time to quit smoking for some that's been doing it for years. They made it a habit after 21 days. The brain recycles and it restarts itself within every 21 days, within a reprogram. So, again, are you choosing peace or what feels good right now? And there's no wrong answer, but patterns don't lie. If you're seeing a pattern, this person keeps doing the same thing. It's the same way. It's the same conversation. It's a pattern. They go down, they come up. They go down, they come up. Okay, are you going to keep dealing with this pattern? Is that what you're comfortable with? But on the deep down inside is burning you up. It angers you. It's frustrating. But you have invested the fact to say, like, but at least this is a sneaky link. At least I can get what I need. But damn, I don't be wanting to put up with the other part of the energy of it. Peace. What actions are matching what you say you want? This is why you need to journal things. You understand? Write it down. Even after sessions, great sessions, mediocre sessions that you and the other have shared, dissect it up. What are you really ready for? To stay here? Because now you've developed your own pattern. This is your pattern. This is what you have become accustomed to. You don't want nothing more than this. This is what you like. Obviously, because you're not doing anything more than this. This is where you stay. This is where you stay. So some of us are healing and some of us are hiding. Which one are you? Are you healing or are you hiding? Because healing, you celibate. No touch, no connection, no exchange of energy, nothing. Hiding, you're dealing with patterns. You are not comfortable with walking away. You have no boundaries. You make it easy access. And you continue to entertain. And you're hiding because it's all behind the shadow. Because you're not letting yourself really come out to be who should be out walking amongst within the real world. All I'm saying, and I'm going to let y'all go, is just think about what energy you want around. What do you want to keep? What's not serving you? Is it worth the time? Can you do bad all by your damn self as you have been? Or are you developing patterns that will stop for it? That's that. I mean, it don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? Put yourself within where you want to be. Okay? Summer's coming up. It's around the corner, literally. Temperatures are getting hotter. I don't know if we're going to be outside like that. I really don't know. I don't know what we're doing, But again, maybe it's still a moment that you still need to sit and be quiet within where you are. And then let what needs to come to you come. Without you putting yourself in the midst of trying to look for it. Just put the right energy out by staying to yourself. And you'll attract what it is that you're looking for. As long as you affirm it, it'll come. And get you some crystals too. I'm just saying, baby, get some crystals in your pocket, in your life. Because I'm telling you, that's a whole nother show. And it's on this channel. So I hope you all did stay. And I hope you go down there and subscribe, like this content, share the content, comment, feedback. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I see I had missed a couple of things. Wilson, appreciate you. Presence. Exactly. We need to remember your key. It fell out. Okay, I'm back. But the big difference is being alone and being lonely. Loneliness will forever be dangerous. Exactly. And yes, man, at any best. Sign off with you guys. I hope you all have a great out. Mother's Day. Bye.